Hello everyone, it's me, Jenko, at the Dice Chasers. Now, if you watch the channel intro video, which was actually the last one I recorded, but not the last in progress, I have a lot of videos in process, you'll see that I had a massive pile of shame to do. And I just took one look at that, I went, nope. No. So I started a new project, and it's Chaos Knights. So, let's get started. Now, I decided that to get the most use out of the Chaos Knights, I would magnetize them, which I've never done before. Magnetizing always seemed really scary. It seemed kind of needless to me at my point because I have like one friend that I play Warhammer with, but I'd love to start going to tournaments and to big events and stuff like that. So I kind of don't want to get locked in with the options that I have, because I know a lot of places do that. Is it WYSIWYG? What you see is what you get. And I don't really want to get stuck with that, so I decided that I was going to magnetize all of the weapons on the Chaos Knights, and it's been a journey. So this video is kind of half like how I did it and half tutorial. Those are the same thing though. It's my journey into doing the Chaos Knights and a tutorial kind of on how to magnetize the knights themselves. In this video, which will be one of 3 I'm planning on doing, we'll be doing the Warhound boxes. I've got 2 Warhound boxes. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll show you what I've got now. So okay, so we go. So we've got 2 boxes of Chaos Knight War Dogs, and these are the things we're going to focus on in this video. I then also got a Knight Aberrant, because you can't have small boys without a big boy, and a Knight Questorus, which is what you get if you want to make the Chaos Despoiler, which I do. Okay, so here's the hobby drill I picked up because I didn't have one. These magnets right here are 3mm by 2mm, and these ones right here are 1/4 inch by 1/16 inch. I will put links in the description. So the first things we're going to do is we're going to start taking it off the sprue. Seems pretty simple, and look at my big old bear paws just ruining that. We'll just fast forward through this bit right here. A key thing to remember at this point is that if you put the shoulder pads on, then you can't put the arms on. So if you're planning on sub-assembling this like I did, you need to make sure you do the arm parts first and then spray paint it at the end and then glue it together, leaving a little stripe of unsprayed area so the glue can adhere to the model. So to actually do the magnification process, we're going to take one of the arm things over here, this piece right here. This looks kind of funky. We're going to cut that top bit off. We're going to replace that with the bigger magnet here, the 1/4 inch by 1/16 inch, right? And that part there, that is actually going to go inside the arm. Now the smaller bit is where the 3mm by 2mm magnet comes in, and that's going to get drilled into the arm itself just a little bit. It's going to go in there, and so we drill it down, and it's going to, you know, connect to the magnet inside the gun, if all goes well. And it does, spoiler alert. So I found the best way for me to do this, and you can do this with a saw, with pliers, which I'm doing here, clippers even, which I'm doing here, is you just trim around the edge of this, and yeah, just cut away at it nice and neatly, and then you can just pop the top off, and it'll all go well. Like I said, you can use a hobby saw. I don't have one of those. Whatever you do, do not use your hobby knife or any type of knife. It's only going to go badly, right? So once you cut the edge off, there you go. Just put the clippers in there, and then I cover the top up with my thumb. No risk of being injured. Good old clamp. Now, once you've done that, just using my knife, I put a little X in the center of the arm there, because it helps the drill to go in a little bit. So using a smaller drill bit than a 3mm one, I begin to drill in. It doesn't stress the plastic that way, so you're not instantly tearing the model apart, which I found does happen. And when I tried to do a barrel on a Space Marine, I practically ripped the gun off the guy's arm. So using a smaller drill bit to begin with is definitely better, and then you can progress upwards from there. Once you think you're ready, you can test fit the magnet. It is not quite ready on mine, so we go back in with the drill bit. Okay, once the holes are drilled out, you can just put a dab of super glue inside the arm there, And I'm sorry for the unfocusing. My camera was playing up a little bit at this point. You can pop a little bit of super glue in there and just slide the magnet in. At this point, it doesn't matter which way the polarity is facing up. We're going to sort that out in a second though. And just do this for every arm that you have. Okay. So once we've done that, we're going to take one of the arm brackets, the shoulder bits. We're going to glue the bottom part. And this can be important just for the look of the knight. There is a correct way to do it, but I did it wrong, so make sure you do it correct. So you just put a bit of glue in there, a bit of plastic glue, and then you take your arm part and you pop the bracket into the hole in the arm part, and you get the corresponding piece, and you just pop it together there, and you make sure that it's nice and loose still. So give it a turn around, give it a nice hold together there, and then just check the flexibility of the arm, see if it goes up and down. There we go, perfection. Now once it's on there, what a great idea to do is actually just to keep one of the arms on the chassis. So build up the chassis part, and then you can test it. So what you're going to do is take one of your magnets, one of your bigger magnets, pop it inside the gun. As you'll see where it's supposed to go quite easily. So yeah, and then you just test it and see if it sticks, and if it sticks, move on to the next one. So take a fresh magnet off the pile there, open the gun up, you'll see a little disc hole. You pop it in there, close it up, and then again test the correct polarity. It sticks, yes, perfect. Take it off and just keep going like that. Now it's important to remember that magnets will not stick with plastic glue. You have to use super glue. But once you have dabbed a little bit of super glue in there, pop the magnet back in the slot the exact same way you took it out. Then go around with plastic glue and just give the edges a nice good touch. Like I said, super glue is what will hold the magnet, not plastic glue. So there we go. We close that up. You get a couple of seconds with plastic glue as well. Super glue, not so much. Once it's in, it's in. So you've got to be sure it's the right way around. And there we go. And so we'll get our magnets, and look at that, the exact same polarity that's on the arm, and magic. So there you go. You've done the arms, you've done the weapons, and it's fairly straightforward for every single one. They all act the same way. And yeah, the only problem that might give a bit of trouble is the claws, the grappling claws. They work the exact same way the rest of the weapons do. It's just they look a bit different. But every weapon will be magnetizable, apart from the top ones on top of the chassis. They are just push on like these, like the missile launchers and the lance cannons. I think they're lance cannons. They might be auto cannons. They just pop on top of the chassis like that, so you don't need to magnetize them. You can take them off wherever you want to. So here we go, we've got all the magnets in place. God, why did I do this to myself to do all of it at once? I do not know. There we go. So there we go, that just randomly putting them together there. I think that looks pretty cool. I'm not sure if I would run that in a game. Maybe I would. That would just be awesome in Melee. Absolutely fine. So yeah, we just got them all done now, and sub-assembled and ready for painting. So for painting, a big load of blue tack on top of the chassis for the legs will help it stick onto a flat surface like this, and then you give the gun a good shake in a ventilated area. Use my garden, and you can really get to a lot of the model in ways that you couldn't if you put the base on. Make sure to shake the can. I use quick controlled bursts. As you can see, I'm using lead belcher here because I want to, well, the legs are mainly metallic, so that's going to help. I also have a couple of ideas on how I'm going to paint them, but that should be in video 3, I think, on this series. So just quick fire bursts with the lead belcher at all different angles, just to really get in the grooves. And then once it's done, from this angle, we'll give it a sec to dry, and we'll flip them over and do them from the other angle to get the tops. Using a similar technique to the legs, I blue tacked the main chassis, the main body, upside down to this old tray that I had. and I'm hitting it from all the angles with lead belcher just to really give it a nice metallic sheen. Now what I want to do with this is I'm going to experiment with some contrast paint, you know, on at least one of the miniatures, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we're just hitting it from all the angles, and then we'll flip it upside down, and we'll get the tops after we give it a few seconds to dry, of course. So that's it. That's how you magnetize and spray paint, because I don't really see a lot of videos on the best way to base coat and spray paint knights. So yeah, that's part one, the war dogs. I know we haven't seen them finished, but like I said, that's going to come in a later video with the painting process that I'm going to do. So I'm going to experiment and do some different techniques. Maybe I'll just stick to like the best way to do it or the easiest way to do it, and make a video about that. And yeah, we'll see the finished products in that video. The next one in this series is going to be the bigger boys, so like the Aberrant, the Despoiler, well, that chassis anyway. And what is the last one called? I have it next to me. Hold on. The Dominus types, the Tyrant types. So yeah, so the next video will be about building and magnetizing those ones. They require different magnets because they are a lot bigger, which I didn't realize stupidly until I took the box out and went to look at it and put my magnets in. I thought, these aren't gonna fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link the magnets that I used in this video in the description, if I haven't said that already, which I think I did, but I'll put the links in the description down below so you can get them, or you can at least see the type of magnets, and then you can get them from, you know, somewhere that you would prefer to get them. I'm just going to put up the Amazon links because it's the easiest place for me to get them from. So yeah, in the second video we'll be doing the 1, 2, 3 big knights, and we'll be magnetizing those bad boys, and yeah, we'll just see how that goes. Hopefully pretty smooth. I feel more confident now that I've done the war dogs. So yeah, and I'm very excited to play them on the table once they're done, or even just now, just, you know, have a couple of 100-point battle with one of my friends and just see how they fare, because I'm just super excited. It's a bit silly to start a new project when I already have so many, but that's just who I am, I guess. Like I say, I'm the bad boy of Warhammer. So yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to, you don't have to, I'm not your dad. You could maybe like or subscribe or give it a share to someone, because a problem, you know, shared is a problem halved, you know. So yeah, thank you very much. Big love, even if you don't. I'm glad you watched this video. Hopefully you got something out of it. Whether that was the ability to learn how to magnetize knights, or you like, look at this pathetic man trying to teach me something. Good God, and you got the joy that way. You know, hopefully you got something out of the video. But anyway, that's enough just waffling from me. Thank you very much. I'll see you in part 2 doing the big boy knights. All right, bye.